Panthers fire Frank Reich in his first season with team off to NFL worst 1-10 record. The Carolina Panthers fired coach Frank Reich with the team off to an NFL worst 1-10 record in his first year in charge. Charlotte, North Carolina. The Frank Reich era in Carolina is over after only 11 games. The Carolina Panthers fired their coach on Monday following the team's NFL worst 1-10 start in his first year at the helm. Panthers owner David Tepper announced the move hours after several news outlets reported that he used a profanity as he was leaving the locker room following a 17-10 loss to the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Tepper hired Reich to fix one of the league's worst offenses over the past few seasons and develop Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick whom he gave up 4 draft picks and top wide receiver DJ Moore to acquire this past offseason in the hopes of winning multiple Super Bowls. Instead, the Panthers are assured a franchise record 6th straight losing season. The Panthers are 30-63 since Tepper bought the team from Jerry Richardson in 2018 for $2.275 billion and have never made the playoffs. Special teams coordinator Chris Tabor will take over as interim head coach. Offensive coordinator Thomas Brown will become the team's play caller, with senior Jim Caldwell serving as his special advisor. When Tepper makes his next head coaching hire after the season, it will be the 7th full-time or interim head coach to serve under him. Tepper is scheduled to address reporters Tuesday at a news conference at Bank of America Stadium. The Panthers have canceled all media access for Monday. Reich is the second NFL head coach to be fired this season, joining Josh McDaniels of the Las Vegas Raiders. Reich now has the second shortest head coaching tenure in NFL history behind Pete McCulley, 1-8 with San Francisco in 1978. Reich is also the 5th NFL head coach in the last 6 years to be fired during or after just one season, joining Nathaniel Hackett, Denver, 2022, Urban Meyer, Jacksonville, 2021, Freddie Kitchens, Cleveland, 2019, and Steve Wilkes, Arizona, 2018. Phone calls and text messages sent to Reich seeking comment were not immediately returned. Tepper has shown a lack of patience as a team owner. Reich is the Panthers' 3rd head coach fired during the season under Tepper. He also owns the Major League Soccer team in Charlotte and has fired 2 coaches in the organization's first 2 years of existence. On the NFL front, Tepper inherited Ron Rivera as his head coach in 2018 but fired him less than 2 years later during the season. Perry Fewell finished out the season before Tepper gave Matt Rule, who previously coached at Baylor, a 7-year, $63 million contract. But Rule lasted less than 2.5 seasons before Tepper dismissed him and replaced him with Steve Wilkes on an interim basis. Tepper then hired Reich, who had worked 2 years as the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles and helped them win the Super Bowl, before Reich became head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, who fired him last year. Wilkes came from a defensive background, but Carolina still ranks near the bottom of the league in nearly every offensive category. The Panthers are 30th in the league in total offense and 30th in passing yards per game and haven't scored more than 15 points in a game since the bye week. Reich had signed a 4-year contract with the Panthers that runs through the 2026 season. Tepper will be on the hook for an estimated $9 million per season over the next 3 seasons. Reich had experience running good NFL offenses, but that didn't translate over to the Panthers. Young has been sacked 40 times this season, and the Panthers' offensive line has allowed 43 overall over in 11 games, 4th most in the NFL. Young has been under heavy pressure most of the season, making it difficult to evaluate his progress as a quarterback. But the former Alabama product has failed to progress as a quarterback and ranks near the bottom of the league in most statistical categories. He has yet to throw for 250 yards in a game and has nearly as many interceptions, 8, as touchdown passes, 9. Because of their record, the Panthers could possibly land the #1 pick in next year's draft, but that immediately would go to the Chicago Bears because of the trade for Young.